Welcome or welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to share with you the Action Bible. So let's get started. Thank you so much for stopping by. I don't want to waste your time. I want to get right into the Action Bible that I picked up recently, and it says God's redemptive story. We see already there's a bunch of illustrations. It is hardcover. It is a matte finish. It isn't glossy. This is how the book looks, and then it also says the Action Bible on the side as well. Now it has a little bit of information from the illustrator, which I hope I'm going to say his name correctly, Sergio Cariello. Okay, it says that he also worked for DC and Marvel. All right, and I decided to pick this up because I was curious about what the Action Bible was about. I've seen illustrated Bibles before, but never quite like this. So this caught my eye. Let's go ahead and open this up. So we see here, as soon as you open it up, it's a nice little deep red burgundy color, kind of similar to my shirt. I don't know how that happened. Let's just call it a coincidence. All right, we have that. And then we also have here that already looks like a comic book. And this is how it looks. We also have the table of contents that I don't want to waste your time showing you all of the table of contents, but I'll skip around and I'll show you how it looks so far. Okay. So this features 128 new pages of illustrations for additional and expanded Bible storylines. The Action Bible presents more than 230 fast-paced narratives in chronological order, making it easy to follow the Bible's historical flow. Okay, keep that in mind that it is fast-paced, meaning that it's not going to give you every single detail that the actual Bible gives us. Okay, so I can show you a little bit of how the inside looks. Okay, so that's how some of it looks. I'll go ahead and skip around some. And the inside pages, I don't want to say they're glossy. I'm not really savvy when it comes to the type of paper and gloss and this finish. I am not, that person. But then we have this right here. So I'm just skipping around to show you. Okay, so the question is, who is the Action Bible for? Now, from the outside, of course, we can tell that this is made for the youth, the teenagers, and perhaps even children. And I think that this is very helpful as a starter Bible for new believers, for the young people that get intimidated with the Word of God, right? And they don't know where to begin. And I think this will be very helpful for them to have an understanding and be able to retain the information by the illustrations that they can see. And that way it'll be easier for them to get a grasp on the Word of God. However, I think that this can also benefit for adults as well. If you are someone who is a visual learner or you honestly struggle to read the Word, I think that all of us do. I don't think that there's anyone on earth that can say, oh, I read the Bible and I completely understood everything. I know I need help. I can't just read it in one sitting, and that's just me. But I think that adults can benefit from this too. Am I telling you to add this to your cart right away? No, you don't have to pick up this Bible. But if you are a person who owns a regular Bible, but you are struggling to understand it and maybe you want some type of visualization or illustration, you want to picture the stories of the Bible, then I think this will be a helpful guide, not to replace the Bible, but I think this will be a helpful guide to use as you're reading the word. So for example, if you want to read Genesis and you're stuck on a particular chapter and verse, then you can open this up and see and have a look at what the word is saying. However, as this states in the back, it is fast paced. Therefore, there are going to be stories and parts of the Bible that are going to be skipped, which is expected. Okay, for example, as I was reading the story of Noah's Ark, I did notice that in the Action Bible, they did not add the story of when Noah became drunk with wine and everyone You know that story. So that part was not in this Action Bible, which I already know because this is for the youth, right? But if you are an adult and you are going to read it, you are going to pick up and notice certain parts of the Bible that are missing, which doesn't mean that this is a false book by no means, okay? Now, how do I feel about it? I like it. Is it something that I'm going to take with me everywhere I go? No, but I do think that it is helpful. You know, I've been reading Exodus and Numbers, and I've been using the Action Bible. So I've been reading the Action Bible, and then from there, I do have my regular Bible. Well, this one is a verse mapping one, but I've been picking up my regular Bible and I'm reading this as well. And only because I wanted to do a comparison and to know what's the difference between this Action Bible and a regular one. But it has been helpful. This Action Bible I'm reading, I'm going through it pretty quickly. And then from there, I noticed that certain stories, because as I'm reading the Bible, I say, oh, I know this is coming up next. And I notice that it kind of skips it. So then I go ahead and I read this and I continue reading from there. Only because I wanted to know the difference between the Action Bible and a regular Bible so that I can make this review and let you know my thoughts and opinions on it. Overall, I do think this is a good pick up if you know someone, a youth, a teenager, or a young adult that you think will benefit from this. I think this will be a great gift. This will be a great birthday gift. The holidays are coming up already, or just because you want to. I think this will be very helpful. Or if you know an adult that you know struggles and they share with you their struggles with reading the word, and I think that this will be helpful for the person to stay encouraged and motivated and for them to understand the word more so they can draw closer and nearer to God. And that way, once their mind is open as they're reading this, I believe that it will also help them to understand the traditional Bible as well. So I do recommend this for the youth, for the young people. This is very nice. And this is something that I'm definitely adding to my library of books. And if you are interested in reading more about it, you don't have to buy it. You don't have to add it to your cart. I will have a link in the description to my Amazon storefront just so you can take a look at it. Again, you do not have to buy it. I just wanted to make this review for you so you can know whether or not this is worth purchasing for a loved one, or in the future, if you want to just go to your local bookstore and pick it up and look through it yourself. At least you know how it looks in the inside and you know what to expect. You don't have to blind buy this book. So I thank you so much for watching. I hope that this video was somewhat helpful. I'm very happy that there are these type of books that is very encouraging and motivating for the new generation, for the youth. Let me know in the comments below what you think about the Action Bible. Have you heard of this before? Did you ever read it? Is this something that you would like to purchase in the future for your loved one or someone that you know? I would love to hear your opinions, your thoughts, and I will see you in the next one. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up this iced coffee that I made at home. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.